secondary scoring finally showed up in a big way tonight?
Yeah, you know, we're always striving, specifically this year, that we've been challenged to get offense spread out through our lineup, and it's nice to see that some young kids got an opportunity. Jerry D'Amigo, you know, was a workman type goal. It wasn't a fancy goal, but it was off a rebound and went to the net. And then with Peter Holland, we know he's a skilled guy and we know he can score. And it was nice to see him get his. And then Loops hasn't scored in a bit either. So it's always nice to see your team supply enough offense that you can actually breathe from the 10-minute mark of the third period a little bit.
Randy, what did you think of how the changes in the blue line, how that group ended up coming together?
Again, I thought they did a good job from a standpoint of we played our system and we moved the puck pretty much effectively, or I got pretty much worrisome free, other than about 5 or 6 minutes in the second period. We made some plays in the middle of the ice and turned the puck over where we should be going and making choices up the wall, making stronger choices when that opportunity presents itself, because Chicago's got a great team and they're strong on their sticks and they're good at picking those off and transitioning. As you see, the skill set on that hockey club is as high as any team we've played.
Was the best defense against them just to attack, like you said this morning?
Well, again, we tried to play more of the game from a cycling standpoint and try to create more offensive zone time. We've been striving for that, and in the games that we are effective, it seems that we have more of that in the hockey game, and that's really what we're trying to do, is we're trying to eliminate a one-dimensional rush team.
But I think you only scored one goal off the cycle. The rest of them came off the rush, so...
Yeah. Again, when you start to wear teams down, if you play more in their zone, your rush game becomes more effective. And I think it's important that you notice that the amount of time that you spend in the offensive zone, the players will tell you they never get tired of playing in that zone. They're not receiving the game. And when you're attacking and you're creating more offensive zone time, it's a better feeling. Everybody feels that confidence level goes in your group, and you can do things that I would think that the player would say, I feel better about myself out there.
Beating the NHL's top team, particularly at a point where you've sort of been struggling, I mean, how much impact or significance do you think that has?
Well, again, we don't get too far ahead of ourselves because we've got another good team coming. We go to Pittsburgh. So off our performance in St. Louis, we could not have anything close to that again, because we felt we played pretty good against LA and we weren't rewarded for our effort, but we needed to follow it up with a performance, and specifically at home. This building's got to be a place where it's going to be difficult for your opposition to come in here and take points. And that was a mandate of ours right from the beginning of the season, and we wanted to make sure that we revisited that.
Right, must have seen all the Chicago sweaters in the audience then.
Yeah, you're going to see Chicago when you're Stanley Cup champ. There's going to be sweaters of the original six, and Chicago's won 2 cups in the last 4 years. So there's going to be Chicago fans. I know a couple of my best friends. One of them, I hate him for it.
Randy, after the performance in St. Louis, do you have to tell the players that a repeat isn't acceptable, or does that message just filter through to them naturally?
Well, I think there is a natural. They weren't very proud of our performance. They knew that we didn't do a lot of things that we were set out to do, and I made the statement in, I guess, after the game in St. Louis, that I thought we were pretty much brain dead. And I've said that a couple times, and you guys had some fun with it. One station here had some fun with it. So I thought that our hockey club responded the way they needed to respond, and they took responsibility for our actions, and that's a good sign. But the most encouraging thing for us tonight was our work ethic, and we stuck to our system and played it. I think that you could say that Chicago's goalies had a rough night, didn't have one of their better nights, and you have to take advantage of that when it comes your way.
Are you looking to see a little bit more of Holland by moving him up with Raymond and Lupul?
We just felt that we're trying to get, again, a young player that has offensive instincts. You play him with offensive players. And we feel that we can't put him on the fourth line and expect him to provide offense.
How did you like D'Amigo fitting in with Jay and Nick?
They gave us safe minutes, and it was a little bit of a risk to put D'Amigo and with McClement and Kuhlman, that we try to maybe create a little bit more of a checking line, and we put them out, matched them up against Taves and Hossa and Sharp. So they did a heck of a job for us.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.